So we're about to continue talking about death cult. What's actually what is the connection of the Jew, Christianity, Islam to the worship of devil? First of all, the simple proof is like you have a New Testament that Jesus said, "Your father is not my father," and he was talking to the Jewish people. Of course, we cannot say this is the proof of it. We cannot say that this is obvious that much. It's obvious if you take a look on the wall picture. It's basically uh, absolutely fits in. But when you are into this, into the Christianity and stuff, you are really afraid to think this way. That you believe in something wrong, terribly wrong. It actually brings a lot of hate, violence, and it brings to you a lot of pain to the nations. Don't get me wrong. Uh, when the people connect to each other, when people think and want to share their love, there's absolutely nothing bad about it. It's a great thing, but it's not the God. It's if people are sharing the love, and the love doesn't go above somewhere. It just goes from your heart. Because in all those religions, God is always higher. It's always the authority, like a father. It's always written in the Bible. Many times you have a father. So the father is your father. Your real biological father is your father, and this is the guy who actually can help you to evolve and to teach you the things in the real world, in a place you live in. But God teach you to believe in Him and to belong to Him. And this is also a very crazy thing where a lot of magic is going on, because if you hear the voices in your head, as I said in one of my videos, this is the possession. And if you're young, especially, like I was pretty young, because I started like religion about the age of 14, 15, and like that, and end up about 25. So in the beginning of it, I was really too very impressive person. Like I was thinking, oh wow, this is the way. I wanna live that. I wanna go through it. So I went through it, and then I realized that my life didn't change to the better. So for instance, I had no girlfriend. I was like really only me and God, and I had no money. I had nothing. I basically been into mind trap. I've been pretty hard person to speak to, because I was having only one idea that, and I'm talking about this life, and only one idea I believed. And another bad thing actually was that I wanted to push it to the other people. I wanted to share it. I believe in something, I want to share it. So I felt something, I want to share it. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. You want to share something you feel, it's okay. But it's bad when you're a strong person and you can push something to the people, and actually bringing people to the point they cannot argument with you and they have to follow you or not. So this is pretty wrong thing. So I commit that this was a crime I've done against myself. So since then, I really started to think about things and realized that a lot of the churches are different. A lot of people are on a different level of education, or a different level of evolution. They feel different ways. So I continue to study hard, and I've been studying so hard that I went to the what I can do actually, what I can do as a priest, what I can do as a preacher, like real things. I started to help people with possessions and with different black magic thing. So people came to me and I started to pray, and I've been even healing people from the unhealable diseases, cancer and really bad things. But it was so much for a while. And in a few years, it always came back to the people. Like it's been just like a little time that I believe that God gave them, but it's not true. It's not true. Actually, the diseases and stuff is, I think it's another topic. But here, what I've done is basically changed, not the depth, but really certain certain things that we can see, and I changed it just for a while. It was not changed for long term, and this is also made me a little bit sad. I wanted to know why God is doing so. What was this about, and why I'm losing so much power of myself when I'm doing this, and I don't feel like. In some cases, it didn't felt like I was too connected to the God. I felt like I'm doing it myself. There's no God there. There's just only me and the evil here, and I wanna fight it. I wanna confront it, but I don't know why. But it's actually working without the support. And then I realized that actually I don't need a God for it. I just gonna do it like by myself. And of course, you know. I think that this can be interesting for the people who are really into the magic, and who are having a lot of lives where they've been through the black magic or anything, or any kind of magic, any kind of system. In my case, I felt like a little bit strange. I could not find myself. I felt like this is not me, and this is not the belief I wanted to believe in. But in that case, I just had so much of everything I know, and so much everything I had from the Bible, and I had everything, I guess. And I believe that this is the way. This is the way that God actually showed me, and this is the way I have to go through. And in the end of that way, I started to think a lot. I started to think a lot. I was thinking a lot of Christianity and stuff, and how it works, and about psychological weapons, about the Jewish religion, about the sacrifices in the Old Testament, and everything like that. And I went to the point where I really asked myself, like, who you are? Are you the devil? And the answer was yes. So the answer was yes, because there are certain ways that you cannot lie. If you are the entity, for instance, a lot of angels came to the people. A lot of the angels, I saw it many times, but in most cases, these angels are demons. Right away, they just said, we saved you, we are your angel. Of course, there are angels. There are spirits of your family. We'll talk about that a bit later. And if you work with them, if you contact them, you always go to the point where you have really the question, like you know that now you're gonna show your real image, and it's actually very easy to put down the camouflage. It's really easy. And many times I saw in my practice that people came to me and said, "Oh well, I have an angel, and he's helping me out." I'm saying, "Yeah. Is that your angel? Is he here?" And she said, yeah, that's my angel. That's clearly I can see him now. I said, okay, let's take a look at him now. If I put down what he looks like and what he's inside, I put down the camouflage, and there's pure spirit, evil spirit in it, and of course it's a male spirit, and it's not even. It was not even what she believed in, and she's like, no, this is not him. You changed something. I said, yeah, this is who he is. And it scares people so much. It scares people so much. And I guess it's okay, because if you want to believe, if you believe in the fairy tale and you want to believe, and you want to continue to believe in it, that's okay. That's normal. We believe that we are a chosen nation and stuff like that, and then we believe that we are gods, and Satanism goes deeper. Everything, the world actually, now you're the ruler of the world. Just you must give some sacrifice. Sacrifices are different in Satanism. Very, very different. It starts with the killing of the people and of your family, because this is the most traumatic thing you could do. And this actually, why it's done this way, because personally, for instance, if you kill a mom or someone who's really, really important to you during the occult, during the getting in, your mind is so much blocked on that point, so much, because you cannot, there's no way back. You just basically realize there's no way back. There is a way back, and in the future I hope we'll get to the point where this videos will be a little bit more advanced in the things that I talk about, because at the moment I'm talking about really, really basics, and they are not that much interesting. They probably could be shocking for many people who are seeking the truth. And I'm not trying to give too much. I'm just saying the things that probably are okay to be catched even by true believer. And with all due respect, I'm respecting the person. I'm not respecting the ideas. I'm respecting the person. So there's a lot of sacrifice in Old Testament. There's a lot of sacrifice in Christianity. The first sacrifice you give your life to the Jesus. This is the sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. Remember that. This is a real, pure sacrifice. You give your life to Jesus. You do not take your life by yourself. You do not control your life yourself. You give the life to Jesus. This is a sacrifice. This is a sacrifice to God. And in Satanism, you give your life to the devil, but you also must do certain hard sacrifice that will forever put you in the system. So this is a little story about the connection of the black magic and occult. And it was also interesting that many satanic rituals are done in the night in the same churches where Christians been in the day. That's also an interesting thing, and I think it's another topic to talk about. Not now. Thank you.